Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you again to our YouTube channel. So in today's video, I will be continuing with optimization and rate of change. So here's our question. We're given a school bus is traveling uphill on a mountainous gravel road. Due to the bad state of the road, the diesel tank cracked and the diesel started leaking quickly. The bus is at point A, 2 kilometers from top of the hill, which is point B. At the time the tank cracked, the position of the bus with respect to A is given by S of t, which is equals to t minus t squared over 6, where t it represents minutes and S it represents kilometers. Okay, so the first question says, how far is the bus from point A after 1 minute? Okay, so I need you to analyze this question first. What are we calculating, or what are we determining here? The question says, how far? This automatically means we are calculating the length or the distance. We are calculating the distance. Okay, after 1 minute, we've been given what? A minute, or the value of t, because t is in minutes. So it means here we've been given the value of t. We are calculating s. Okay, so I'll use this equation. I'll come here and say s of what is our t? It's 1. Okay, because we've been given 1 minute, and don't forget t it represents minute, so we are calculating the length in kilometers. Okay, so with this t I'm going to substitute 1 minus 1 squared over 6, then here we're going to be left with 5 over 6 kilometer. Okay, because our s is in kilometer. We are done with the first question. Let's go to the other question. The other question says, if the bus reaches the top of the hill, which is point B, the bus driver will be able to roll downhill to the garage. Will he reach the top of the hill? Show all your calculations. Okay, don't forget we've been given this information with the bus is at point A, which is 2 kilometers from top of the hill, that is point B. Okay, so we know the length from where the bus is at to top of the hill, which is 2 kilometers. So our duty or our job here is to find how long will this bus gonna travel, how far. I mean, we have to calculate the length. Like we're given from point A up to B is 2 kilometers. Okay, so we need to determine or calculate how far will this bus gonna travel. Okay, so I need you to notice something here. B is the maximum turning point. Okay, so we know at the maximum turning point the derivative is 0. The derivative is 0 at the turning point. Okay? In other words, we have to calculate the maximum distance. Yes, we have to calculate the maximum distance or the maximum length. So if we get our length is above 2 kilometers, it means the bus is gonna reach top of the hill. If we find it's above 2 kilometers, but if we find it's below that 2 kilometers, it means our bus will not gonna reach the top of the hill, because we've been given the distance is 2 kilometers. So we need to find how far will this bus gonna travel. So that's our job. So let's check. Let's start by differentiating this one, because we know we need to find the point B first, point B, which is the turning point. So the derivative is gonna be 1 minus 1 over 3 t. Okay, I hope you know how to differentiate. This is t squared over 6, so these two gonna multiply 1 over 6, and then we'll be left with 1 over 3. Okay, and then at the turning point, okay, the derivative is equal to 0. So it means that 0 will be equal to 1 minus 1 over 3t. Okay, then let's take 1 over 3t to the other side, so that can be positive. 1 over 3t is going to be equal to 1, then t is going to give us 3. So this is the number of minutes. Okay, this is a minutes that this bus is going to travel, but we need to find how far. We are not calculating the minutes, we are calculating the distance. We need to know how far will the bus be able to travel, the maximum distance, okay, from point A. So it means we take this t and substitute it to the original function to calculate the length. So we have to find s of 3. Okay, and then we're having 3 minus 3 squared over 6. Okay, then we'll be left with 3 minus, this is going to be 9 over 6, 3 over 2. Okay, if you simplify this thing, you still got 3 minus 3 over 2. We're gonna still get 3 over 2, which is the same as 1 comma 5. Okay, 1 comma 5 kilometer. So this is the length or the distance that the bus driver gonna be able to travel from point A, or the max. Let me say this is the maximum distance. This is the maximum distance that our bus gonna travel. Okay, and then don't forget the distance is 2 kilometers. So our maximum distance does not reach that 2 kilometers. So this tells us our bus driver will not reach the top of the hill because the maximum length is 1.5 kilometers. So automatically our bus driver is not going to reach top of the hill. All right, so we are done with that one. At what speed will the bus be traveling exactly 1 minute after the diesel tank cracked and the diesel started leaking? Okay, so now we are calculating the speed. At what speed? So speed is like a velocity. To calculate the speed, you need to differentiate your equation first. You need to differentiate our equation, and we are having the derivative equation here. We are having the derivative. We use the derivative equation to calculate the speed or a velocity. Né? So, but we are also given exactly 1 minute. So it means our t is going to be 1 using this equation to find the speed. Okay, so s of prime 1 is going to be 1 minus 1 over 3 plus the t going to put 1. Okay, this is going to give us, I think we're going to get, let me write it here. I think we're going to get is 2 over 3 kilometer per minute. Okay, because our t is in terms of minute. Then we are done with the speed at exactly 1 minute. Okay, perfect. So let's go to the next question, or the last question. We need to calculate the acceleration. To calculate the acceleration, we use the second derivative. So let's determine the second derivative. Okay, second derivative of s is going to give us, okay, we differentiate this equation, we're going to get negative 1 over 3 kilometer per minute squared. So this is our acceleration. We are done solving this question. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have some questions, you can simply contact me at this number 066 276 4810. You can contact me or WhatsApp me on that number. Also, if you need preparation for your trial exam or you need maths extra classes, we are available. We're gonna help you. Just text me on that number for more information about our online classes. So yeah, thank you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.